hey, I'm going to connect you with my colleague in my team. I'm going to call you back, or I'm going to reply, and I'm going to set up that 15 minutes, even though we don't, it's a lie, right? Nobody's setting up 15 minutes demos and conversations about what are my problems in my company. Is going to be at least 30 minutes. It's another thing that I don't like. The last thing I'll say, which I want to discuss more with you, it's I think the market right now is struggling with the content creation and cutting through with the emails. People
Weird.
suddenly, since the ChatGPT and these generative AI offer the productivity gains, you actually see the retraction in terms of propensity to reply.
Mhm.
People are became very, very suspicious what these emails are, who is generating them, who's sending them. I think the content is also commoditized at this point, and it's a hard time to really cut through with the message.
I wanted to pick up on your point earlier about how when your first email says book 15 minutes with me, it doesn't really convert or work. The analogy I want to give is so my mom is a professional dating coach and matchmaker. And so she helps people get married. And in the same way that you don't ask someone to marry you on the first date, you
Oh my
probably
God.
shouldn't ask somebody to spend 30 minutes with you when you reach out to them cold. On the first date, what do? Your goal is not to get the closed won deal of marriage, it's to get the second date and then the third date and the fourth date after that. And so you need to tease them a little bit about yourself every time, get them just interested enough to take that next step. And to like bring that back to the sales world, what we see is leveraging basically bits and pieces to raise the stakes every time. And so I think what was cool was Lizzie was like, hey, if you send me a cold email, I might check out your website on my own. I'm not going to like reply to you or take that meeting with you. Great. And so actually we do coach our customers. One of the features of Warmly is scale lookalike audience. So you say, okay, who are 10,000 companies I should sell to but don't know about us yet? You can reach out cold to them, but don't you dare try to get them to book a meeting with you because they're not ready yet. But if you say, hey, like click this link, just click a link, head to our website, see something, we'll taste. And obviously you want to offer value, check out this calculator, this report, this whatever. So you give them the taste, they click the link. And then what's cool is Warmly detects, they click the link and they came to your website. Now you raise the temperature just a little bit, make it a little warmer. So when they hit your website, Warmly gives you the option to pop up a message. And the message is like, welcome to our website, person X or company Y. If you like this blog post, check out another one. And you're like, oh yeah, I guess I'll check out another one. And then on the second page, it's like, oh, like, do you know that we're actually pretty affordable? Like, check out our pricing page. And so you can kind of create this sort of, I don't know if it's boil the frog analogy, but you can basically get them to take on their step. And then if they come to your website, you can then trigger that as a signal to send more emails or maybe a LinkedIn connection request. And so you're essentially mapping out from first touch to 15th touch before the meeting that they actually eventually do book. How do you raise the temperature just a little bit at a time so you're not asking them to marry you on the first email?
I love it so much. I got to take a note on this. I love the analogy.
Yeah, I had someone set up a 15-minute meeting on my calendar without me ever replying to an email, and they got a response from me finally, but it was not a kind
not the response.
response.
Exactly.
I was basically like, convince me why I should get on a call with you, and that's not the first step that you want to take
Want to
with
start
someone.
with.
So,
Okay, that being said, I will be first to admit that very bottom of funnel with almost closing deals that I have, if I'm on the finish line with a prospect, contracts in their inbox, they just haven't signed yet, I will be the first to admit that every once in a while I toss a 5-minute meeting on their calendar without them accepting it, just for scheduling purposes. However, I at that point have their phone number, we've met 5 times. It's a much different story than, waking up one day and being like, what is this meeting on my calendar?
totally different scenario. And, I'm busy. So when someone I've been talking to for a long time or we're trying to get something done, I'm like, call me. That's a much different situation. I think that's reasonable. But yeah, I was flabbergasted that they did that.